All right, welcome back to Guitar Gathering. Today I'm going to install a block on this 2019 Gibson SG 61 reissue that has the sideways Vibrola. And you can see what this looks like. The way this works, this arm pushes in and it releases this to loosen the strings, and these springs are supposed to bring it back into tension. The reality is that this is the worst implementation of an idea on any musical instrument in the history of musical instruments. I think it just doesn't work. They don't ever stay in tune. I don't care how well you've lubricated the nut and the bridge here. It just doesn't work. I think if Gibson were to redesign this yet again, a roller bridge would make a lot more sense, and then you really need a locking nut on a tremolo system to really guarantee that it stays in tune. Some of the challenges with this design are pretty shallow break angle over the bridge, and this unit isn't fixed. It can move up and down, so you can push on it, and if you bump it when you're playing, you can knock it out of tune. It's just not a great design. So nobody really buys these because they want to use the tremolo system. They buy them because they look cool, and that's why I bought this one. It's a gorgeous guitar with beautiful mahogany grain in it, going in a nice straight line up the body. It's just exactly what I was looking for. The solution to lock this down is this unit here. This is from Mojoaxe. It just arrived today. Super fast shipping. I ordered it day before yesterday and it just arrived today. And should be a fairly quick install. Just gotta take the strings off, remove a couple of things, and as quick as you can change the strings and put a couple screws in, essentially you're done. The springs here will come out, and the nuts just go down a little bit further onto some washers. This unit here that keeps this from going sideways comes out and is replaced with something that will end up sandwiching it and pushing this bridge down, thereby increasing the break angle over the bridge. So it should be a lot more stable, improve tuning stability greatly, probably change intonation just a hair, but should be good. We'll see what it looks like when it's all said and done. All right, so here we have the strings off. You can see the arm just rotates back here. Gonna unscrew this, and we'll begin the installation part of the other stuff. I'll show you what it looks like as progress continues. All right, so here it is with the main install completed. You can see this piece sits on top and sandwiches into a base piece. It's underneath there. Add some washers to the end here where the nut comes down. It locks this arm in place. Got a nice parallel line going up the side. Perfect in terms of aesthetics. This thing will not wiggle, and a little steeper break angle. Not a ton steeper, but it's nice. It should be a welcome improvement there, without impacting the overall feel of the guitar very much. Put some new strings on, oiled the fretboard, and just gotta stretch them out, put the cover back on, and we'll see how it sounds. All right, so we got it pretty much all back together here. Still working on stretching out the strings a bit, but just playing it acoustically, I gotta tell you, what a difference. It really rings differently and much better. It's pretty loud acoustically. It's and just an improved tonal quality with this thing being solid, without any kind of fluctuation in its movement and stuff. Seems like a really solid upgrade for one of these. If this is a guitar you think looks cool, just know this vibrato system is a just pathetic excuse for a tremolo, but it looks awesome. And with this little fairly inexpensive upgrade, you get a guitar that's going to hold its tuning the way you would want it to. Alright, so all done with the installation of the Mojoaxe block for the sideways Vibrola. A little bit about the guitar: 2019 SG 61 reissue. These have a 60s slim taper neck. This one measures 0.81 at the first, 0.92 at the 12th, which seems to be the going rate for these, give or take a thousandth or so in either direction. So this one seems to be about middle of the road. I wish they were a little bit bigger, but not an issue. I'm totally happy with it, and expected it to feel skinnier than my favorite R9 Les Paul. All that said, the truss rod on this particular one was set perfectly at about 7 1/1000ths to 8 1/1000ths of relief, which is right where I like them. Action was really decently set up. I did some tweaking on my own. I just put some lemon oil on the fretboard because that was a little dry looking. But overall, really happy with the guitar. Love the look of these. You do have to block off this Vibrola system. There's just honestly no way to make these things stay in tune. So blocking it off is your solution for that, unless you want to remove it and drill holes, in which case, why did you buy it? So really, I'm pretty pleased with it. I'm hoping that this will be a lot more stable from a tuning perspective. Might do a little tweaking on the nut, or just have that replaced locally by a luthier that I know and trust. It's cut well in terms of height. I think, typical Gibson, sometimes the G tends to snag in there a little bit, but I haven't had a major problem with that, but I've just started to notice a little bit that perhaps that needs some tweaking. The pickups on these are Alnico 5, kind of low wind, and they sound fantastic. A little different than what I have in my Les Pauls, which are usually Alnico 3s or Alnico 2. Those are pretty squishy sounding, and I really like them. These with A5s sound a little firmer to my ear, but I think they sound fantastic, especially with this guitar. Sloppy, but whatever, just screwing around. Real happy with the guitar. If you can get yourself a good deal like I did, Sam Ash had these on Reverb at a ridiculous price, so ridiculous that I had actually called Wildwood because there was one on their website that I was very interested in, and asked them about the price, and they were like, can't touch it, just buy it. And I did. I actually did get one, and ended up returning it it came from Sam Ash as well. It has some corrosion on the cover here, and it was all scratched up, so it must have had a lot of heavy showroom use or something. So I sent that one back. This one came from New York. The original one came up from Tampa, and this one is far superior than to the first one I got. So really happy. Kudos to Sam Ash for the ridiculous price on the brand new one. I think they sold the 3 that they had at that price. So got a good deal here. If you can find one and you like this look, this is a great guitar. Take care.